Hi, I'm attorney Ben Schwartz, and today I'm going to answer a question about attorney's fees. Margaret on Facebook posted a question. She wanted to know, why isn't cost exposed in your advertising? And quite frankly, it's not really something that we talk about a lot, but it's something that I think people should be aware of. Attorney's fees can be quite expensive, and so what I wanted to do is give a short blog post and just talk about how attorney's fees work. There's three types of attorney's fees that you ought to know about if you ever need to hire an attorney. The first is in personal injury cases, like let's say that you get injured in a car accident or a slip and fall type of case, and you go to hire an attorney. It's pretty standard that in the United States of America, the attorney that you go to is going to take the case on what's called a contingency fee basis. And it's called a contingency fee because it's contingent on the outcome. You're not paying the attorney up front. The attorney's going to work for you for a year or 2 years and then in the end get you a settlement, and the attorney's fee is contingent or conditional on the attorney being able to earn that settlement for you. Typically in the United States of America, attorney's fees, contingent attorney's fees, are 1/3 of whatever the settlement is. They may be 40%, or I've even seen contingent attorney's fees as high as 45 or 50%, depending on the type of case. In Delaware, in car accident and slip and fall cases, I think that the standard contingent fee is 1/3 of whatever the settlement or award is. The second type of attorney's fee I want to talk about is called a flat fee agreement. So if you have a criminal case, for example, or a traffic ticket case, or let's say that you want to get your will drafted, you go to an attorney and the attorney will most likely charge a flat fee. The fee will, be a single fee that you pay all up front, and that will carry you through whatever the matter is. So to give you an example, if you have a DUI case, or let's say that you want to hire an attorney for your nephew who got arrested for marijuana possession, you go to a criminal defense attorney. The criminal defense attorney is going to give you a flat fee quote. That attorney might say, well, I'll represent your nephew for $5,000. You pay the $5,000 and your nephew's got an attorney. That attorney's going to represent him all the way through trial, and you'll never pay another penny to that attorney because the attorney's taken the matter on a flat fee basis. The third type of attorney's fee is an hourly attorney's fee. So in some types of cases, the attorney will charge by the hour. Every time they do something on the case, they'll keep a log of it, and then at the end of every month, they'll generate a bill, and they'll take all the time, they'll add up all their time, multiply their time by their hourly rate, and then send you a bill, and you pay monthly. So a good example of that might be, a family law attorney or an attorney who's representing a corporation in a lawsuit in the Court of Chancery. The attorney might have a case that will go on for several years. In some months, there might not be anything to do, and so there might not be any time spent on the case. In other months, there might be dozens of hours spent on the case, and so at the end of each month, when the attorney generates a bill, the bill's going to be based on how much time he or she spent on that case. Attorney's fees, in my experience in Delaware, range anywhere from, a little bit under $200. I know attorneys that are charging upwards of $600 an hour. There's a pretty broad range of what attorneys charge when they're billing by the hour, and it really depends on the type of case that they're handling. If it's a very simple case, you might find an attorney handling it for $200 an hour or $150 an hour. If it's a very complex or very important case, then you might find that the attorney that's handling the case is a high-level attorney charging closer to $500 or $600 an hour. But the way to find out, when you have a legal issue and you go to an attorney, the way to find out how much it's going to cost you is to meet with the attorney, give them all the facts and circumstances, and then get a fee quote. And depending on what type of case you've got, what type of attorney you're going to, depending on a lot of different factors, how complex the case is, how much time is going to go into it, whether it's going to be something that gets over soon or gets over years down the road. Those are the types of things that the attorney will look at in order to determine what the attorney's fee is going to be. Also, there's a pretty broad range, a wide range of attorneys. There are attorneys that have low hourly rates and attorneys that have high hourly rates. If you go to a local attorney who's got a general practice, then you're going to find that the hourly rate is probably on the lower end of the scale. If you go to Wilmington and you get an attorney that specializes in corporate bankruptcy restructurings for companies with a market capitalization in excess of $100 million, you're probably going to get an attorney on the high end of the scale. So it depends on what attorney you're going to as well. I hope that helps. I hope that is informative. That's my 2 cents about attorney's fees. If you have a question, please go to facebook.com/Schwartz and Schwartz. You post a question, I will answer it. I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. I hope you found this video helpful. Have a great day.